Okay, so this was actually filmed on the same day of my cassette culture when I picked up a cassette lot that I bought in an auction, and I was really proud of my Uncle Tupelo early demo on cassette here in the southern Illinois. And so, since I was in the area, I checked out four different antique stores in three different small towns, none of which I had ever been to before.
Alright, we're gonna check out the Cobden Village Shops. 3 years ago, there were crappy records there, according to the photos on Google View. Was not really expecting a stand with like these local 7-inch records and big records. We'll see about these. I'll come back. We'll go back and get a couple of those local records. Now we've got other booze with the usual sort of stuff. Oh, we got one. You know, I've been actually looking for one of those. RCA Victors needs refurbishing. Then it could be a gamble because I may never get it working. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. Bunch of 90s CDs, comic books, and the like. Like 70s and 80s hits. Decent prices. And some newer stuff like that. Smack. Here's some expensive. Tuesday. How often do you buy headpins promos or the stranglers? Southern Illinois. I'm gonna pass on headpins, but I might get the stranglers. Eddie Grant. It's got the Electric Avenue. I might just have to get that. And got some cool tracks as well. Could have used that for the Venn diagrams. Alright, so that Cobden Village Shops was a lot cooler than I was expecting. I've got the big stand with like local artists, and I bought Casey Lee Rogers. I've actually seen this around before, and like, I don't know, it looks punky. Hans Predator, HVNZ, who knows. And now I own a Stranglers album, and now the Eddie Grant with Electric Avenue. And when my local record store was cool, they played on Record Store Day. And I'm a sucker for 80s reggae pop. Alright, this is Oldies but Goodies. They've got antiques and collectibles, and as I always say, Rekkids are collectible. I bet it's not going to be as cool as the last place, because I love the local records, and I love the old school RCA 7-inch player, even though I didn't buy it. But I did buy some local records. Alright, by the front door, there's a box of records. There was like a UB40, Third World 12-inch, but they were beat up DJ. It's like old turntable, some records, and DVDs. Puzzles for carrying puzzles. Looks like a lot of the usual. Oh, we got classical records for Stuart, and it'll be classical. But it's not pristine cover, so he'll turn it down. Anything here, though. If I wanted to randomly buy classical, I think these Deutsche Grammophons are actually pretty good. But I think I could just pass. With this booth, we found the price tags and its delusions of grandeur with these records on the floor in a junky antique mall, and you're pricing them at like Disc Club Max. I don't know why. So I got these chemistry lab kits for your budding entrepreneurs. Breaking Bad. So I passed on everything in there, so that's how it goes sometimes. Alright, so we're walking around. We're going to go to the Country Peddler. I purposely parked badly so I could get some experience walking. Country Peddler. Here. We got rusty stuff and bicycles outside and a windmill and a bench. Let's see if they have records or other good stuff. So it's like a typical assortment of old rusty stuff. Haven't found any records yet. An old Brooklyn Dodgers pennant in St. Louis. No, it's Cardinals, not Browns. Burger beer. If I want to be outdoorsy, history of land between the lakes. That actually sounds interesting. Let me just get that. I know it's a book, it's not a record. Doesn't have anything to do with music, but hey, I'm gonna get it. I can smell the old records in this place. And look, there's an old clarinet that I used to play when I was in junior high. And I got records, and I got more records. And I got old school 7 inches in the box, and I've got Chicago Bear cards. Spooky Tooth, Bob Welch. I don't see any 45s. after without a cover. Mini grinders. Chicoria. I could be a jazz bum. It's Juice Newton, Angel of the Morning. Barry Manilow.
Not bad, but
Oh, there's a lot of Montovani here. And Barbara.
We'll hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into
I don't think there's anything here for me.
Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or if you're
We got Peter Pan and Treasure Island and My Very Own Records and Cinderella, the Antique Geek. With a very bipartisan selection of political pins here. Stuff for everyone to be mad about. And look, we got a box of a stack of 45s, $1 each. Naked. Let's see if they're any good. Let you know if we find anything. Give you a sense of what we're running into. It's looking like your 50s and 60s pop and easy listening. It used to be $3, by the way. Got a stack of maybes going. Here are the maybes. If there's ever any rockabilly here or a garage, somebody's already rated it. Not good shape, but that could be something. So these 45s are going to need the Hummin' Guru bad, but I think there are some potentially decent ones here. I think they'll clean up. Short Fat Fanny, Larry Williams and his band. High School Dance, I think, is actually the A-side. And then Little Anthony and the Imperials with Shimmy Shimmy Cocoa Bop. And Western Movie by the Olympics. ANC has kind of got this white scummy stuff on it, but I think that's going to clean off. Used to be James's record. And then what's going to be the best one, if it cleans up and plays okay, Duplex Records, Fayetteville, Tennessee, Two People in Love, Irvin Parker and the Blues Nighthawk Orchestra. You got Maddie Jackson and the Blues Nighthawks Orchestra on the other side, late 50s R&B. I hope that one plays okay. It's like a $25 record, although mine is not in that great a shape. And the book. And the nice lady here at the Country Peddler gave me a lead to a place called Save Treasure that I didn't know about that's close by. So we'll hit it up.
Okay, before I go find that antique store next to Wiffle Boy's Pizza, I'm going to give Betty Jo Wallace her due. So she's the one who wrote that book about the land between the rivers. And so she had been a history professor at Austin Peay State University, located in Clarksville, Tennessee. She was a native of Stewart County, Tennessee, which is west of Clarksville, not terribly far from where I live. And doing some research on her, she was pretty instrumental in introducing women's history courses, African American history courses at that particular university. She passed away about 10 years ago, but I can tell by looking up her online that she was somebody that was very highly valued by her colleagues and seems like a pretty great person.
So as promised, next door to Wiffle Boy's Pizza, we've got Save Treasure. So we're going to go see if we can save anything there.
So I walk in the door and I see a big stack of naked 45s. That's good. I see them for $2 each rather than $1 each. That's not so good.
I got $2 records, so I have to be big here. That's $1 records. So no door haul, no guitar course. Interesting ones. That's for Dave, Wyoming Dave. That's for me. And these are maybes. Like 10, 5, 12, so prices aren't terrible. I don't think it's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. We'll get a couple of the 45s.
She figured out she wanted to keep the leg.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah, if she would have done what she's doing now the whole time, she probably would have made it right.
Well done.
That's interesting.
She was ready to go right
The Undershoe and Jimmy Rogers.
oh my God, we would
Don't have to get it on 78.
loved it.
It wasn't unissued.
She loved to just go.
So it's like record store day, Jimmy Rogers. So no killers, but I got like a Chuck Berry. This Uniques featuring Joe Stampley, so it's sort of a country garagey sort of thing. Superfly by Curtis Mayfield. And Kenny G, especially for Wyoming Dave. Oh, and your dollar store hack is that the RC Cola 16-ounce cans are $1, as opposed to like $2.5 for a 16 or 20-ounce bottle of Sody Pop.